Greetings, friends and enemies. Welcome back to Art by Flan. Today, instead of talking about the art I'm working on, I'm going to be taking some time out to talk about some of my art-related pet peeves. I know Airfx Dracona did a video like this last week, and it's been on my list of things to do, and her video just sort of inspired me to get my butt in gear and to do this. And also, as much as I like this picture, I don't feel like I have enough to say about it to constitute a whole video talking about it while I work on it. So if you want to know more about it, I'll post about it on like Instagram and Patreon and stuff, so you can go check that out. But another thing I wanted to mention is I'm only going to be doing about 5 of these because they're big topics for me, and I'm also going to be avoiding things like that everyone has in their videos, like, oh, did you draw that, and will you draw me, and stuff like that. Just, I watched pet peeve videos, kind of get inspiration, and like every single video was like the same 5 things, so I wanted to skip out on those and do something more in depth a little bit. Peeves that maybe don't affect everybody, but are specific to me, which I guess is why it's my pet peeve video. But anyway, let's get started. Pet peeve number 1, digital art isn't. It is the year of our Lord, 2017. It's about to be 2018. Why is this idea still a damn thing? Like, digital art has become so commonplace. You're gonna find very few actual, like, what are professional areas of art that don't do digital art in some capacity, and that even involves like editing photos of paintings or something like that. Digital art has become almost a criteria for working in a professional art field. So why is the idea that it's not real art, quote unquote, and that the computer does all the work still a thing? And I think it mostly originates with younger people. But the other thing is, you can just Google how tablets work. You can Google what a Wacom tablet does. You can Google, how people create digital art. Like, if you're watching this channel, you're watching me create digital art right now. It's not a secret. The computer doesn't do anything I don't tell it to. Yeah, I mean, I have a stabilizer to stabilize my lines, but that's about it. And semi-related to this is the idea that somehow digital art is easier to do because of things like undo and layers and transformation tools. And this doesn't necessarily make art easier, it just helps. And when I always think about this, I always compare it to, if a traditional artist could do this, they absolutely would. And there are ways to replicate it. Layers, you have tracing, and undo, you have erasing, and it's sort of things like that that are just transferred over into a digital age. And just because the challenges of digital art are different than traditional art doesn't mean it's easier. It's just different challenges. It's just a different medium. Like painting and colored pencil are 2 different mediums. You're not going to have the same challenges. Same with digital and traditional. Number 2 pet peeve, the idea that fan art isn't real art. Yeah, it is. You see it all the time. Don't include fan art in your portfolio. You'll never get a real job drawing fan art. Fan art isn't even that creative. Listen, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, fan art is as old as art itself. Only for a while, the only fandom around was Jesus. That's right, purists, all those real art paintings you're lusting over, Bible fan art. That's what it breaks down to. Illustrating so many scenes from the Bible, it's just fan art of the Bible. Jesus and the Bible were the only fandom, so that's the only art you saw until people started, to create more, and the world changed and evolved. You know what I mean. There are so many people out there who have actively gained jobs from doing fan art. And if you're interested in seeing some people's stories about that, there's an amazing hashtag on Twitter called #FanArtGotMePaid of people talking about how their fan art got them jobs, got them into the industry just because they were doing fan art. So don't let anyone tell you fan art isn't real art, okay? It absolutely is. Number 3 pet peeve. You're so talented. I can't even draw a circle. First of all, I don't care what you can and can't draw, okay? If you're coming at me while I'm working on a piece and your only positive influence is I can't draw a circle or I can't draw a stick figure, not interested. Second of all, I don't believe in talent, okay? There's so much debate around this phrase, but definitely here are my 2 cents on it. There's no such thing as talent. Sure, some people can pick up on things faster than others, but that's more of a learning thing and not a talent thing, you know what I mean? Some people just learn faster and better than others. That's sort of what talent is. And in the words of Aaron Hansen of Game Grumps fame, you think I came out the pussy drawing fucking Mozart? No! That's the product of years of practice and research and blood and sweat and tears, my dude. I'm not talented, man. I'm a hard worker. And I want my hard work to be recognized as work and not, oh, you just can do that naturally. No, I can't. I worked on it. Number 4, people who shit on other people's art or style for no reason. There's giving constructive criticism, and then there's being a jerk. And I'm not talking about that LOL your art sucks comments that you get every once in a while. Those are nothing. I'm talking about entire YouTube pages dedicated to shitting on random artists on DA. And not even like drama artists. Like literally they're young and they make what other people consider bad art. And so they get a video shitting on them. Why? Why would you waste your time doing that when you could actually be wasting your time doing art? Like I guess it's not really a waste of time, but you know what I mean. And then you have like higher profile artists shitting on art trends and making younger artists feel like shit for doing it. Like, why do you care so much? If it's harmless, let it go. Just because it's not technically correct, if it's not influencing their learning, if it's not, hindering them, why do you care so much? And then I've even seen like call out posts for styles inspired by popular cartoons, like Steven Universe and stuff, how, oh, this is a bad style, you shouldn't be drawing in it, and blah, blah, blah. Like 9 times out of 10, this stuff that they're calling out is completely harmless. Stuff that dedicated artists will grow out of, and stuff that undedicated artists will just eventually stop doing. And like shitting on it doesn't just like, I find these people just shit on it to give themselves some sense of superiority. Like, I'm a real artist because I don't draw in Steven Universe style, or I don't put blushing on the noses like Tumblr likes to do. Go fuck yourself. Literally nobody cares about your opinion on that. Like just let people draw, okay? It's not hurting anyone. Why do you care so damn much? Why are you putting so much of your time and energy that you could be using to create something of your own and in a style you enjoy to spit in the face of other artists who are just trying to do their own thing and not hurting you in any way at all? I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. It's in that same line of griping on people who have Mary Sues or Sparkle Dogs or outrageous self-insert OCs. Just let them have fun. Just let them do their thing, my dude. It's not hurting you. Go on. Go sit down and be salty about something else. And number 5 pet peeve, one I'm absolutely guilty of, is using style as an excuse to refuse diversity in your art. So I will put that out. Like I said, I'm totally guilty of this. But it's my style is not an excuse to not strive for diversity in your art and characters. No one's style is thin white people. That's a subject, not a style. A style could and actually should encompass all kinds of body types and skin colors and genders, or lack of genders. It's my style is not an excuse to not draw the other eye or hide the hands behind the back. And it's not an excuse to not draw diverse people. Like I said, I was absolutely guilty of this. Well, I don't draw a lot of fat characters because, it's not my style. It was an excuse for me not to practice drawing fat people. That's all it was. It's the same, people who don't want to draw like men. Well, I don't draw a lot of men. They don't look good in my style. You make them look good in your style. You make fat people and people of color and just tall people and short people. Part of a style is being able to change and adapt it to your subject matter. If your style cannot change and adapt to the subject matter with which you are trying to represent, it's not a very good style now, is it? Like I said, if you're only drawing one kind of person, that's a subject matter. That's not really a style. It's something you just enjoy drawing and you don't really go out of your comfort zone. And the best way to do that is to draw from life. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm guilty of not doing that. So don't feel bad if you don't sit down every day and do 40, 40 gesture drawings and 2 highly detailed still lifes. Not everybody's got time for that. But every once in a while, when you do want to do a character that's more diverse, has, you know, a different body type or a different facial structure, that you find that reference and learn what makes people so different, and just stop using the "it's my style" excuse for just about everything. So there you have it. Those are 5 of my artistic pet peeves. If you like what you see, don't forget to click that like button. You can subscribe to get a new video from me every single week. And don't forget, in the information box below, I have a link to my Patreon if you want to support me. Everything on there is free, but you can donate $1 a month, and I would really appreciate it. Which reminds me, shout out to my 2 Patreon subscribers right now. That is Adri Scribbles, currently Aqualuna Art here on YouTube, and Parzavale. I hope I said that right. I believe they are definitely on Instagram, so go and check them out. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.